Hello everyone, Christina here. Welcome to another live stream here at my YouTube channel. I'm so glad you're here. And if you're watching the replay, thanks for coming back and watching the replay. Hello to everyone over there in the chat. We're talking weather, we're talking earthquakes. There's stuff happening. We've had some crazy summer thunderstorms rolling through the Salt Lake Valley this afternoon. So I hear you on the crazy weather front. It's just, I mean, you know what? I was coming up the stairs this afternoon and I thought, you know what? It feels like a cozy autumn day. It is not autumn, Christina. It was like 102 degrees yesterday. So it is definitely not autumn yet, but here we are. Tonight I'm going to be playing with a couple new dies or die sets from Conquer the Ninth. They just had their release come out on Friday. So I thought I would play with these. It's a really great release. There's some really fun products, but these are ones that I thought would be fun to play with, mostly because I don't do a whole lot of like die cut inlay stuff. I'm not that girl. Like, that's Jennifer McGuire. She loves some good die cutting. I'm going to challenge myself. So because this is definitely autumn with the leaves and whatnot, like there's the example on the back, I decided to pull a color palette from the Color Cube. This is from Color Cube Volume 1. This is number 143. I thought these colors, while autumn, were still kind of bright and cheerful. So we're hoping for that vibe. I don't want to go too dark and autumny, but I guess since I was, you know, walking up the stairs today and it just felt like autumn, I'm like, why not? Let's lean into this, right? So here we are. Also, big thank you to all of you joining me an hour earlier than usual. I've just got some stuff scheduled tonight that I can't miss, that I need to wrap things up a little bit earlier. So here we are. Okay, so my idea for the inlay is I'm going to cut out the base color out of some, let's see, let me find, I've got cardstock over here. Wheat Cardstock from Conquer the Ninth. It's basically a craft cardstock. I also like Neenah Environmental Desert Storm. That's the other kind of craft colored cardstock that I have enjoyed over the years. So I'm going to have that be like what is blue over here, right? And then I'm going to run the whole die through my die cutting machine with white cardstock. And then I'm going to get all of the leaves and the acorns, all those pieces. And then I'm going to run it through a third time with matte gold cardstock. And those are going to be all the stems, like the detail on the leaves, and also the little highlight on the acorns. That is the plan. We'll see how that goes. Oh, and then the leaves themselves, I have a huge stack of inks over here. I'm planning to do ink blending on each one of the leaves to get that look we're going for. I don't know if it might take too long to do that. I might regret this, but let's get going here. Laura's saying she's never seen my nails this long. Yeah, I like gouged my thumb into my chin last night on accident. That is a sign I need to cut my nails down. But I'm waiting until the new Dazzle Dry colors arrive, and they just barely ship today. Like, I placed my order Friday. Usually they ship really fast, but I think I'm gonna have to wait a few more days. And then I'm gonna chop my nails down and do swatches. So I'm just enjoying the longer nails for just a little bit longer. That's the plan anyway. Okay, so I'm first going to cut with the wheat cardstock, and I might actually even have to tape this down. I think I will. I'm going to tape this down so that it doesn't slide or move around, because it is cut to exactly A2. See, it just slid right there. I wasn't even trying. Run this through. I also have my like sticky grip mat down on my work surface, but I didn't want to like get stuff on it, so I just put like scrap paper on top. Okay. So all of these little leaf pieces I'm not going to need. It's just the outer, or I should say the background, is what I need. I'm going to try to keep everything intact as much as I can, but really I just need the outer shape. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to pop out I probably should have watched a Jennifer McGuire video to pick up on some inlay tips, but I don't know. I guess I felt adventurous today. We're just going to go for it. All right. And I thought maybe I'd even do a little bit of like ink blending on this, add a little detail on the brown, but we'll see. Just trying to get all the pieces out. This is when I wish I didn't have my long nails, because then I wouldn't be afraid to use them. But remember, nails are jewels, not tools. Just got to get a couple of these popped out. Okay. I don't need to hold on to all of these pieces. I mean, I guess if you wanted to, you could. You could also inlay all of those, but that is not the look I'm going for today. And I'm trying to simplify things, right? Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and just put the gold through. And I'll do the same thing. And I need to remember to save all of the stems this time. Only the stems are what I need when it comes to the gold. And I feel like I need to like get out some little dishes to contain all of my die cuts. Okay, none of those are, oh wait, I do have a little highlight here that I'll need, so I'll take that out. Everything else, oh, I think that's a stem right there. Okay, in fact, maybe I'll just put all the gold pieces in there, and then if I accidentally get rid of a stem, then I'll be able to find it. I mean, it is really pretty. I mean, I could save the gold like background for something else too. Yes, Laura says, I didn't realize the leaves and acorns had so many pieces. Yeah, they've got a lot. I mean, seriously, these inlay things terrify me. Like, I gotta be real with you. I'm very carefully removing this. The stem's already still in that one, so that's kind of nice. So many little pieces. Like, I'm on a time crunch. I gotta have this done in 90 minutes. We'll see if I can do it. It would probably be easier if I didn't need to ink blend each one of these. Okay. I'm just gonna tip this over because I've got to get all these little stems. Okay. Come out. I've got a little highlight right there. Okay. Now I just need all these little pieces. Michelle says the metallic gold is going to pop on this card. I hope so. That's what I was really going for. I've got like weird indents on that. That's weird. Okay. All right, this last one is going to be on white. So it's actually bigger than the piece itself. I'm just using a A7 piece of white cardstock. And we'll run this through. Okay. All right, and this is the one where we need to save almost every single piece. So I'm trying to be really careful. because we're gonna have, it's gonna be putting together a puzzle, y'all. It's gonna be, we're gonna be putting together a puzzle. Okay. Don't necessarily need that, but maybe I'll save that. Who knows? Might need it. Okay. Maybe it'd be easier if I just did this. Oh, I'm losing pieces. Okay. Just gonna poke through these holes on the back. Hopefully I'll get all of the leaves out. Okay. Did I get everything? Almost everything. Got a couple little spots still hanging out. Come out. Trying to be very gentle with it. Okay, that looks like everything. So, wow, so many little pieces. Like the edges of the leaves that are cut off on the pattern and everything like that. I feel like it's dangerous to have a fan on because I could possibly like lose a piece. I think one of the reasons why I don't do die cut projects like this as much is that whenever I do them, inevitably I lose pieces. And then I end up having to cut things like 4 or 5 times I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? I just need the one piece. Like just the dot on the eye is missing, something like that. All right, I'm gonna grab a pre-cut A2 card. I think I'll have it be made out of that same kind of cardstock. And then I'm going to grab the packaging wherever it went. And I'm going to turn it over so I can reference the stuff on the back. Oh, I've got like white cardstock still stuck in the die. Whatever. Okay. I'm going to turn it over so I can kind of reference it. So I know exactly, okay, yeah, so this is gonna go directly on top. Look at the difference of those cardstocks. The card base is Neenah Desert Storm, and then this is Concord and Ninth Wheat. Isn't that interesting? All right, before I adhere it to the card base, I thought I would do just a little bit of ink blending on it. Since the rest of the leaves will have ink blending, I thought it would be nice to have some ink blending on this as well. So I picked out my ink colors. As a reminder, here is my color palette for tonight. And I did pick out some browns that I could kind of pair with things, but these are the colors that I picked out. I thought these were pretty close. I'm using all colors from Simon Says Stamp, their Pawsitively Saturated ink line. So that's what I'm using tonight. But for the browns, I thought I would just grab these two. In fact, I probably only use this one because for a minute there I was going to cut the background out of white as well, but now we're not. Okay, I'm using a Waffle Flower Grip Mat because it's going to hold everything down while I ink blend on top. So I'm starting with the color Cozy, and I think I'm just going to kind of ink blend from the bottom a little bit, add a little bit of color. It's probably really not even going to show up that much. Maybe just add some darker colors in some spots. Just to get a little bit of interest going across. And I think it will also help the gold cardstock really stand out. Okay, I just wanted just a little bit on there. I could make it even more dramatic by adding a darker brown. I think I will, because I mean, why not? That's pretty subtle. So I'm going to go to the next darkest color in that trio of inks from Simon. The next darkest color is Woodsy. So I'm just going to add a little bit of this. Hopefully it won't go too dark. Oh yeah, this is going to be great. I just want a little more intensity. I think if I would have started with white cardstock, that lighter shade probably would have been enough, but I really kind of want to get some darker shades in there. Okay, I'm gonna bring this dark area over a little bit more. Okay, then I'll peel this up. There we go. Now you really be able to see the difference on top. There's the difference. Remember, all of those open areas are going to be covered by leaves anyway, so it really doesn't matter. But there we go. I'm going to use a baby wipe just to wipe down my grip mat. Get all of that brown off. Looks like I had a little green on there from some project too. Okay. Let that dry for a moment, and while that dries, I'm going to apply glue to the back of my background piece. Barbara says a drop shadow would look neat around the leaves. I thought that too, so I might do that after the leaves are in. Okay, and I could just do like a whole thing of sticky adhesive over the entire front. But I think I want a little bit of time to really get the pieces in there just right, so I'm not going to worry about that. I am, however, going to use tweezers. Where did I put them? They're right here. Just to hold that. So, just adding glue, making sure I get all the little spots. Basically going around each leaf shape, adding a little bit of glue. Not being too precious about where the glue's applied, because it should go pretty down. Okay, that's dry now. So I can place that down, and I'll have a little bit of time that I can kind of move this around and kind of get it in place. Okay. Then I can use my Share Handmade Kindness paperweights to kind of hold that down for just a moment. And while that dries, I'm going to start pulling out my leaves. Okay. So these are kind of similar colors to what I've got going here, so maybe I'll just kind of go with that. This one looks like it's the center leaf right here, so I'm just going to pull out all the maple leaves. Might as well. Or actually, maybe I want to, I think maybe I want to start from the top. So cute. All right. I guess I could just start like placing these out, because then I can just ink blend on top. Okay, that looks like, is that an acorn? What is that? I have no idea what that is. We'll put it out. Top of an acorn. All right, card, you're getting moved because I think you're done for now. The glue's still drying a little bit, but that's okay. Okay, I need space. Okay, Take that stem out. This one, it's got to be, is it that top one? No. What one's that one? I'm confused. I don't know where that one goes because I don't see it on the pattern. I thought maybe it was that top corner, but maybe not. Okay. Got that. Oh, it just probably got cut off on the end from the stem. I think it is. I think it is this one. Yeah, it totally is that one. Okay. No idea what that piece is. This really is like a puzzle. You know who would love this? My mom. My mom loves to do puzzles. Speaking of, Concord and Ninth came out with a puzzle with their release as part of their like 9th anniversary. All right, we've got some more acorn pieces, some little leaves. And then like some weird half pieces that I have no idea what they are. There's really not that many pieces. Like they're small. Oh, one just fell on the floor. Where'd it go? Are you kidding me? See, this is what happens. Okay, was it on my lamp? Was that what I saw? Okay, well, let's hope that's all that was. Okay, and then there's like this little tiny corner. I don't know what that is, but we'll figure it out as we go, I suppose. Okay. You know what I think would be helpful? If I start piecing them in right now, and then I can just pull them out so I know what color they are. That's not that. What is that? What in the world? Maybe it is that. Yeah, it totally is that. Okay. And then it just has the other half right here. It just has the stem that cuts it. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, this little leafy dude is the full thing. So he goes right there. Here is just a half, and his other half is it this? It must be. It doesn't seem like it would fit. Oh, he's in 3 pieces. Okay. So he's some of these weird little pieces. Yeah, okay. So this tells me it would be best to ink blend this half of this leaf, put the gold stem on there so I know where to fill it in. I think that would probably be good for this one too, but I think I can piece some of the pieces in. Okay, this one has to go right there because it's cut off. I think this one is right there as well. Yeah, that fits in perfectly. I'm not too worried about the acorns. Those are easy to piece in. Right there. It's actually easier to figure out where these go than I thought. Okay. That piece is going to go right there. These little guys. I think that one's right there. Yeah, I think this was a smart idea to fit these in and then pick them up one at a time for ink blending, because then I can make sure I'm getting like a good distribution of color. Okay, this little guy, I believe, is that one right there. He doesn't really fit. He's close though. Well, I guess he sort of does. This one's right here. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna set this aside. I think this little triangle right here is probably that little spot up there. So I'm just gonna put that in. Where did it go? Really? Oh, it's right there on top. Okay. All right, I'm gonna set this aside. And I'm gonna do all these acorns because why not? And I'll just use those same brown shades that I used for the background. I think that would work well. I'll get these all positioned and then I can just shade them all at the same time. This little guy, that is, where does he go? Oh, I'm confused. I'm not sure where he goes. Because they all have the highlights, the little cutout highlights on the same spot, but this one's not. All right, so we've got a top, and a top, and a top, and a top. Flip it over. No, I can tell the way it was cut that it's different. Oh, I know what it is. It's this one right here. Do you see that? How it's coming in off the side? It's just that the top of the acorn is cut. That's all. So it's like that. There we go. Okay, so the bottom of the acorns are the dark brown. I'm hoping these will stay put as I ink blend. Oh yeah, that's going to be great. Okay, so that was Woodsy. I'm going to grab Cozy. I do still have a little bit of that ink on the brush, so I'll just wipe that off. All right, really press those down. Come on, honey, stay there. Okay. I'm going to come back to my lovely card here. And I'm going to start gluing these in. Okay, so this is the one that goes up here. In fact, I'm just going to put a bunch of glue on each one. And I can grab a pickup tool. Hopefully I can, oh, might have to use my tweezers. Come on. And then I can just piece that in. I'm not too concerned about that spot for the gold. I'll figure that out later. You know what? Once you get going, it actually goes pretty fast. Okay, and I've got to add, yeah, they look black. It's true. I used a really dark brown. I probably could have picked a different brown, but I think it'll be fine. It'll look okay. Okay. And then I can put those gold highlights on once we get going here. Won't need this little dude. Put her away. All right. Using another baby wipe just to clean up that brown. And I'm still getting green. I don't even know where the green's coming from. Okay. Okay, that's wet. I've got to wait for that for just a moment. Could also use a paper towel, but I don't want to lose any of the stickiness, you know? I'm moving right along, doing so good on time. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Okay, we've got this little dude. And then this part is right next to it with these other little pieces. So I think it would be helpful to blend those all at the same time. We're gonna break out all the colors now. Okay, I'm thinking maybe like honey to blush would be really, really cute on this one. Kind of like a yellow to a peachy orange. So I'm starting out with honey. Really press those down. They really don't want to stick down, do they? Okay. In fact, I might do this other one down here at the bottom in the same color scheme. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull that one out as well. After I have the bottom started, I can just kind of hold it down a little bit. All right, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit here. And I'm gonna use blush. It's kind of like a peachy orange. Oh, that's just so pretty. I love these colors combined. I never would have thought to combine these particular colors if it wasn't for using the color cube. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I love that. That's going to be so pretty. Okay, I haven't really blended down here, so I'm just going to put that right there. I'm not going to glue it in quite yet. I'm just putting the pieces on there so I can get an idea. Look how pretty that's going to be. Okay. Put these little pieces on there too. Come here, you. There we go. It really didn't want to move. Clean that up. All right. Wiping it with my hand gets it to dry a little bit faster. Yeah, the honey color is a really nice warm yellow. Okay, let's see here. I think I want these to be green and yellow. So I'm gonna kind of place them out in the order that they are on the actual design, so I can get an idea of where they're supposed to be. And I'll grab these two pieces right here as well. And then I believe this one is one. And then these two pieces that are on the side right here. Just gonna get them positioned just right. Let's see here. It's like that. Okay. So I thought I'd have these be a little bit of like honey to like Pearfection and Artichoke. So they're gonna have like 3 colors. So I've got to be really selective on, like, you know, and mostly the yellow would be at the tips of the leaves. So I'm just gonna get just the tips. Kind of like when the leaves start changing colors, they start, well, at least I think, if I'm remembering right, they sort of start from the base of the leaf. That's where the color starts changing, or maybe it's the tips. I don't know, whatever. These are not realistically accurate leaves. Let's be real. I am not a horticulturalist. For that, I think you need to talk to JC Gaspar. He is total like plant aficionado. Okay, I'm just gonna bring in the green, kind of meeting up to the yellow. And I'm not gonna worry about the darker green because I'll bring that in to intensify the green that's already there at that point. Okay, a little of that green right there. Move this out of the way a little bit. Bring this green all the way up to the yellow. The tips start changing first. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Andrea. The more I said it, I'm like, wait, that doesn't sound right. Well, you know what? That's okay. We can do that with the next leaves. These leaves are special. All right, I'm grabbing Artichoke. We'll just get a little bit, I don't know if it's really going to show that much, but yeah, it's not really showing a whole lot on top of that other green. That's okay. Okay. All right. I'm just going to go ahead and start gluing this down. Kind of like what I did with the other one. I'll just do one set at a time, or one leaf at a time. One stem, I should say. All right. And then add this in. Gonna have to start fishing out all of the gold stems soon. But I do love how this is looking. Maybe I'll glue down the yellow to orange leaves as well right now. This is like definitely one of those like labor of love cards where you're like, okay, whoever I send this to better really, really love me. All right, I'll go ahead and glue this one down. And then this one we're gonna have to do, you know, like half of the leaf, do the gold stem, and then do the other half. Okay. Trying to not put it down in any of the spots where I have ink on my grip mat. In fact, I think I better clean this up right now so it has a chance to dry while I'm doing all this gluing over here on the side. Okay. Okay. All right, and then I've got to find the stem. I have no clue. What is that one? Oh, it's this one right here. Okay. This long one is, it's got to be this one right here. And then we have that one. Okay, I found the one we want. It's this one because it's cut off. Okay. I'm going to add just, there's a little bit of the tape. My tape that I used, it's stuck to it. Hold on. Come off. Okay, whatever. It's not going to. I'm just doing little dabs of glue. The glue I'm using dries clear, thankfully. Come on, puzzle piece in, please. There we go. Lovely. You know what? This isn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a whole lot harder. It just looks so daunting doing all the inlay, doesn't it? Let's see. This is right there. Then we have this right here. And then our little itty bitty triangle right there. Not bad. I was kind of dreading how to do that one because it was going to be a little bit tedious. But then like pressing everything down with your fingers. I love that gold stem in there. It's so great. Let's just go ahead and do this one while we're sitting here. Like just a little dab of glue. Just a little bit here and there. It is piecing together really easy, like a puzzle. You know what? I totally get why Jennifer likes to do this die cut inlay stuff, because it's totally a puzzle. She loves puzzles. Everything is making sense now. Okay, this is dry now, so we can move this over here as we adhere more down. Okay, we need to adhere this little guy. We've only got a little more ink blending to do, and then just find the gold highlights for the acorns. And then I thought I would do a die cut greeting on top, mostly out of gold. Ooh, this one's going to be a tight fit down here because I didn't get it as snug down here at the bottom. That's okay. Oh, I love all that gold. Yeah, the gold looks like it's sitting on top of the leaves. It's really a cool look. Okay, I'm gonna have to find those, but I'll do that when I find the acorn stuff. For now, let's do the rest of the leaves. Okay, so we have that one right there. This one up here. And then this one, which is in 2 pieces down here in the bottom. If I can get it to pick up. There we go. I'll set this aside, and I think we're going to need to bring in our dark red. So maybe I'll have it be like honey to blush to cherry for these last few. And then that'll be all of our colors. All right, so I'm going to try honey. So the outer edge of the leaves would be red. Is that right? I feel like I need to like Google this. Maple leaf turning color. This is what I'm Googling. Seriously, the things I Google. Okay, maple leaf turning red. Okay, images. Let's see this. Oh, they don't do it like a little bit at a time. It's kind of like all at once. Oh no, here we go. So it's yellow and then to orange and then to red. Okay, perfect. That's what I was thinking of doing. All right, so I'm going to start with honey. I'll kind of hold this down a little bit as it gets started. I'll just do that right in the center. Perfect. Fast and easy. Then we're going to go to blush, our little orange color. And I'm going to kind of bring that in on the edges, and then I can just use that red. The red will overpower the blush, so that should work just fine. Just holding it down. The grip mat does help some, but it doesn't, like, these are pretty dainty. They've got a lot of cutouts on them. It doesn't hold it completely. Come on, come down here. There we go. Okay, I feel like I can't. There we go. Okay, and then we'll use cherry. I just got ink on the corner of my ink pad, and so before I put my hand in it, let's clean that off. Okay, and then we're going to go to the red, and it's really going to intensify. Oh yeah, I really love adding in that red. of loses the blush just a little bit, but I think the blush also helps it get a little bit of a nice blend, so I'm not that opposed to just putting the red over the top. Okay. Bring this back over here. I'll zoom out a little bit so you can see a little bit more what I'm doing over here. But let's basically get these put into their right spots, and then I can clean my grip mat. And this was the last of our ink blending, so I could actually just take it off my work surface. So let's do that. Get all that red. I mean, it will hold the card down, so maybe I will leave it, but I'm like, okay, clean up. All right. Pick up that grip mat. And I've got the 2 plastic pieces for storage. Lovely. And then we have a clean surface to work with. Love that. Okay, this is such a dramatic kind of ink blending. I couldn't have even anticipated what it would look like. I'm so happy with how it's turning out. Okay. Put a bunch of glue down. In fact, I probably should have been doing glue like this all along, like adding the glue to the die cut itself, not to the card base, but that's okay. Really making sure that's pressed into all of the corners. Holding that down. Hold on, I gotta clean off my tweezers. There's stuff all over them. Okay. Resume gluing. Okay, Jennifer McGuire, I get why you like to do this. It's very satisfying. Like, I saw some people when I was at C9 summer camp. I saw Sika and Dee. They were putting together some inlay things, and I was like, that looks so tedious. Like, I do not want to do that. It's actually kind of fun. I can't knock it anymore. I'm glad I gave it a try. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and do the gold for this one in the center of the card. Just kind of have to press it into all those spots. Oh, that was the wrong one. Come back. Come back. It's a little short, so it's this one over here because it cuts off right there. It was the wrong one. I'm glad I caught it. Okay. So now I've got to, there we go. It's this one. Okay. There we go. Is that the right one? That doesn't look like the right one. Oh no, that is the right one. Okay. Okay. We'll lay that in right there. so fun. I love that. Just kind of like trying to clean up any of the glue that's squidging out, you know? Okay, and then we've got this little guy up here in the corner. Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to trim off some of the corners and edges to get them to line up with my card, but not a huge deal. Okay, I'm just looking for, that looks like that piece right there. Just the little gold details I need to find for these. Okay, I'm gonna pull out some of these that I know I'm not going to need, like these big pieces. Okay, I have a stem here. I think it's that one. I have another little stem. It's got to be right there. Is it that one? Kind of looks like it. It totally is. I feel like I'm like performing surgery. Like these little itty bitty pieces. Okay. All right, this looks like this piece right there. Perfect. Okay, so I can pick up these two and adhere them now. Yes, like the Operation game, exactly. Okay, and then I've got this piece right here and then this other one right there, and then it's just all the highlights on the acorns. Okay. I believe it's this little piece right here. That's got to be it. Come on. Go in the right spot. There we go. There we go. Ink blended veins. Yeah, that would be interesting. Okay, I think I'm gonna do just like a couple little dots of glue on the highlight areas, and then I can just start dropping these in. I'm not sure what that one is. I think it's a short one. Okay. Okay, I totally just dropped it. Where did it go? There we go. Okay, I'm trying to decide. I think this one is the one that goes up here at the top. Yep, that's perfect. Okay, I'm missing just this little one down here. Seriously? One piece. One. Oh, wait. Oh, no, that's white. Wait, is this actually stuck to me? Hold on. I just saw, nope, that's that craft color. But it is the right piece. Seriously? Are you kidding me? I need the one piece out of gold. Did I put it over here somewhere? Was it like stuck to something? Y'all, am I gonna have to cut out just that one little piece? Seriously, I got all the way to the end. All right, well, I'm gonna use this because it's the scrap so that I can cut out just that one little piece. You guys, I got all the way to the end. I only need one piece. Is it on the floor? If it is, I don't see it. I thought maybe, okay, is it on my lap? Did I drop it somewhere? No, it is not. And you know what? I don't want to go searching for it. So I'm just going to use a little bit of this gold scrap here that I'm not planning to use. And I'll just tape that on to a little spot here so it doesn't move too much. And I'll just die cut that. Kind of wish that the acorns were a warmer brown, but not, you know, it's not that terrible. Okay. Here's the elusive piece. Don't lose it, Christina. There happens to be some tape on the back of it though. So I'm gonna have to peel that tape off. Yes, Andrea, faster just to recut it. However, I have to get the tape off the back. That's gonna be annoying. Oh no, here we go. Because it's such a tiny, teeny, tiny piece. Okay, there we go. I got the tape. Ta-da! Okay. Holding on to this piece with my life. Gold acorn tops. That would be so cute. And I do have them. We'll put them on top and we'll test it out. Because I might be able to just glue them on top. Okay. Getting the little tweezers. All right, you elusive little piece of gold. Okay, let's see. The tops of the acorns, would they be really cute in gold? Oh my word. I do love them in gold. Okay, before I glue them down, let's make sure I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. 1, 2. Okay, so here's 3. Oh, here's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Those are cute. We're doing that. Okay. Okay, now is when I can use this tool. Because I can pick these up and just place them on top and get them centered. Yeah, it needs like that extra pop of gold, you know? I think that's perfect. Good suggestion. Who was that suggested it? Was it Pam? Good call. Love that. Okay, So just a little bit of die cutting left, and then we'll be done. I'm totally gonna be done in 90 minutes. This was great. I thought I would be pushing and trying to work really, really fast, but no, we're totally good. Okay, so I'm gonna be using the, gosh, is it called Mortisay? Yes, Mortisay dies. But I am gonna get this out of this die first. And I'm also gonna get that white. There we go. So when I go to store it, it's all nice. It was Colleen. Good job, Colleen. Yes, it's a brilliant move. Okay, so here are the dies for the greeting. I'm thinking I want to do You're So Very Kind, but it will cover quite a bit of the center. So maybe I'll do the Thanks So Much. Or the So Grateful would be nice too. But I was thinking I would do a white outline and then gold words. And that would like, or maybe I could even do vellum outline and gold words. That'd be really pretty too. I'm thinking. I think I'll do white and then I can have it popped up. So yeah, let's do Thanks So Much. Thank you, Bugaboo 32010902 32010. I love that. Okay, we're doing Thanks So Much. I'm gonna cut it out of white and gold. So I've got my gold here. So we'll do gold right there. And then I can cut some white. We'll cut these at the same time. Betsy says, I love these greetings. Glad they did more of them. Me too. They're such a good size for cards, such a good staple. All right. Just dropping that so I can get it cleaned off quick. Speaking of Betsy in the chat, Betsy has been doing some amazing things with the C9 releases. You all should go look at her Instagram. Betsy, put your Instagram name in the chat, please. Is it just your name? I just follow you and I see that it's Betsy, so I I don't even take a note of what your name is. It's like your username, I should say. Okay, I'm gonna glue this. Just putting some little dots of glue. Okay. Get that nice and centered. I'm actually going to pick it up so that I can use my hands to really kind of squish it around and get it lined up just right. You know what it needs? It needs like a little heart, like bloop, a little heart right there. I think I'm going to have to pull one out of my stash and color it like the nice red color that we've got going here. And I'll use that to finish off the card. Yes, Laura, me too. I love it when all the words are together, like all the pieces. So you don't have 5 million things coming apart. Okay, grabbing a little bit of foam. Betsy3 Spoke, love it. That's Betsy's Instagram. Betsy's doing amazing things with C9 stuff, and so is Sika. This is just some foam tape from Autumn. Just cutting it down to be a little more narrow. Okay. I'm thinking like, let's see, where do I want it? Like, I think right here. Yeah, I like that right there. You notice I've got like a little bit of this leaf hanging off the edge. I accidentally glued my card a little bit, so I'm just gonna cut those off. Now that everything's glued down and isn't going to slide around if I cut off little pieces. There we go. I think there's just a little bit up here at the top, right off the fold. Perfect. All right, and then I think I do want to add just a little heart. Let's see here. I've got the Simon Says Stamp Mini Hearts or the Mini Hearts Party. I've even have some red that are already cut out. But I think I want the white, and then I can ink blend it real quick. So I'm going to use the Mini Hearts Party. And I just have to pick out the right size heart. I've got like quite a few to choose from. So like, oh, that one's like pink. But there's the same size in white. Is that, no, I think I need it bigger than that. So like that size. No, because then it looks like it's so with two O's. Maybe I don't want to add a heart. I guess I could add it right there. Oh yeah, that's cute. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. I'm gonna put all the hearts back in the die packaging. I just store them like this because it's easier. Yes, Sika is Sky Paper Scissors. All right, so we just need to ink blend this to make that red shade. Just gonna put a little bit of removable adhesive, and then put my little die cut there. I've got cherry. I think the gold heart would compete with the gold words, so that's why I'm not using a gold heart, but I did think about that as well. There's like one part in the center of the heart that doesn't want to take ink, which I think is so weird. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of that foam tape. We're just going to put it on the back of the heart. Just so it can be popped up just a little bit. All right, where'd my tweezers go? There they are. Put right there. That's cute. I kind of want to put a gold heart, one of the smaller gold hearts, right in the center. Let me see if I can grab a gold heart that's a little bit smaller, because I know I have them. Oh yeah, right there. That one. Come out. Because it would cover up that little spot in the middle. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be like All right, do we like the little gold heart? Ooh, no, that's a little too much detail. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think there's just like a little divot in the cardstock and it's not taking the ink. So weird. So maybe, I do like that little heart there though. I don't want to accidentally ink blend like where I don't want it to be ink blended, so I'm just oh well, I think that's the best we're gonna get. Close enough. Okay, I love that. You know what else would be really, really cute on this card? Some gold splatter. Gold splatter. Love it. Okay, so here is the finished card. Let me get some stuff out of the way, and then I'll do a little spiel for those watching the edited replay. I just like to get things cleaned off a little bit before I do that. Okay, so here's the card for today. I love how that turned out. Got a little bit inky. Jennifer would be proud of me. Inside the card's that nice brown shade. I love all the deep reds and the greens and the yellows. I think the color palette turned out great. As a reminder, here's the color palette from the Color Cube. And I added that gold in there. I love that so much. Just like it says, thanks so much. I love it so much. Awesome. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'll be back soon with another card video, and thanks for watching. All right, I've got just a couple minutes in case there were questions that I missed. Can I take a paintbrush and paint and push it in there? I don't know that I want to try it at this point. Oh no, closed captions are definitely wrong, Lori. I really love the idea of adding gold splatter to that. I might have to add that. Pam, the little heart die is from, well, they're both from Simon Says Stamp. There's two different die sets. There's the Mini Hearts set, and then there's also Mini Hearts Party. Oh my word, and I'm spilling them everywhere. Come back. So the Mini Hearts Party, you have 6 different sizes. Well, actually, 3 sizes of hearts, but you get 2 rows of each size. And then for this one, you have like a bunch of hearts in different shapes and sizes, but you just get 1 of each heart. So I actually have 2 of the same die set in here, one where the hearts are cut out and one where they're still in a row. But it's such an inexpensive die set that, you know, it's not that hard to do that. But yes, it's the Mini Hearts Party or the Mini Hearts. Okay, scrolling up a little bit. Let's see here. Oh, yep, I could try Copic. I'd be afraid I couldn't get the right color, but... I don't think I'm going to try the paint. I really do want to try the paint splatter though. I think it would look so good, but I think I'm going to be done. In fact, I think, do I want to add paint splatter? I do. I really do. Okay, let's do it. All right, where did my, got my Christmas. Look at this gold. It's like down to the bottom. I think this is, okay, so that's Christmas Gold from Iuile Watercolors. This one is Star. I think Star matches the matte gold cardstock a little bit better. Let me get a little bit of water so I can do my little splatter. I'm not going to worry about cutting out a greeting, like that greeting one more time. I'm just going to cover that area with a little bit of paper towel, and that should be enough to keep it safe. I'll just do that, like right there. Because it doesn't need to be exact. I'll just cover that up when I do my paint splatter. But what does need to be covered up when I do my paint splatter is my work surface. Okay. Oh, I have a new pan on order. No worries. This one hasn't been touched. Yeah, they haven't. This one, I've swatched it. Like, sorry, you can't even see it. It's this red color clear at the bottom. I've used it, but just not as much. I use Apple, Christmas Gold, Christmas Star. Those are the colors I use the most. This is my second one of Apple. So there's Star. Okay, and I think I'll use a size 4 brush. In fact, maybe even a bigger brush would be okay. But I'm gonna like really mix this up. Let it soak in. And we'll add some paint splatter. Oh, thank you, Molly. I'm glad you were able to catch a little bit of it, even if you weren't able to chat at the same time. These are the half pans, Kelly. If you want to get all the Christmas watercolors from Iuile, she actually has a dot set that is like, well, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, it's just a smaller amount of paint, but you will get all the colors. And then if you find, like me, like you use 1 or 2 colors more than the others, then you can purchase those in a larger size. So like I'm just repurchasing the reds and the golds. Let me see if I can find that button set while that gold really absorbs the water. Hold on 1 minute. Okay. Oh crap. I don't know where I have a button set. Was it the Q15? No. Well, crap. I don't know where it went, but the button sets are just like little circular pans. They're more than the sample size. They're a little bit more than the sample size. Oh, wait, hold on. Is this one a button? No, that is not a button set. I have a set of the buttons. Where are they? Because I wanted to show you the size difference. What in the world? I have like something in my drawer that is catching. Every time I open it, I can't figure out what it is. Oh, it's that back there. Okay, well, good to know. Okay, let me find it. I just have to open a few. I have just a few tins to open. Okay. I have a set of the button ones, but they are they're like color shifting ones. And I swear I have them in an Instagram reel. What in the world? Why can I not find them? Whale crap. Apparently I pulled them out sometime and haven't put them back. I am not seeing them anywhere. I could find them on my phone and show you them in the Instagram reel faster than I could find them in my craft room. I've almost got it. Okay. It's this. Oh, sorry. That's what they look like. That's what the buttons look like. Sorry, it's gonna repeat here in a moment, but that's what the buttons look like. They're bigger than one of the dot cards, but smaller than that quarter or half pan. So there's a, yeah, there they are. That's the size that they look like. So those are the buttons. Jennifer's asking, what do you suggest for getting loose ink out of the, same as the stamp ink pads? What do you mean loose? I have no idea what you're describing. All right, now this gold paint is perfect. Ready to splatter. I'm just grabbing an acrylic block because I like to splatter off the edge of an acrylic block. Okay, I'll just go like this. Oh yeah, this is going to be good. Just trying to get some down here at the bottom. And I'll lift this up. Perfect. I love just those little splatters. I think that was great. Clean off my little acrylic block. The ink pad is so juicy. It has leaked out all over the ink case. Oh, gosh. Well, they're water-based, so I would probably just use like a baby wipe to clean it up. But if there's so much ink that it's like going everywhere, you might want to just squish the ink pad onto a piece of cardstock, and that will make it so it's not so inky. I think that would help. Okay, there we go. That was a false ending to the card before. Now we have a real ending with the gold splatter. Apple red on the heart. Oh, you mean right on here? I think I'll just leave it. It matches the red on the leaves. Okay, so the gold right now looks a little bit dark because it needs to dry, but as it dries, it will start to lighten up quite a bit, and I think that little splatter was a good addition here at the end. All right, so I'm gonna redo my ending for those watching the edited replay. So here we go. So here's the finished card. The paint isn't quite dry yet, but once it's dry, it will be quite a bit lighter than what it is now. It's still showing kind of dark in some spots. But here is the finished card. I think that turned out so great. A nice autumn card. Much faster than I thought it would be to put it all together. Enjoyed it a lot. I'll put links down below to all the products I used, including the specific ink colors, the gold paint, the dyes from Concord and Ninth, everything like that. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you in another video. Thanks for watching. Okay. Yes, Pam. It's like saying goodbye at the door and then not really leaving it and having to say goodbye again. Exactly. So I'm not going to hit this with my heat tool just because I think it would warp the paper, and everything is glued together and it's really flat right now, so I really don't want to mess with it. So I'll take photos of this once all of the paint is dry, and then you'll really be able to see like what that gold splatter looks like. I think it really helps join the background with the leaves. I think it looks great. All right, y'all, thanks for joining me. I'm done in 90 minutes. Perfect. That's what my aim was for tonight, so I'm glad it worked out. Once again, thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you in another video very soon. Thanks for watching.